My story is that I, for many years, have not painted, have not had a creative practice. And 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. And this was a very scary time for me, a lot of uncertainty and anxiety. And I had to do surgery, and then I had to do this treatment for cancer, which involved swallowing a radioactive pill to treat any cancer cells in my body, and involved 1 week of isolation. And I am someone who does not like to take a Tylenol, so I was very nervous about this treatment. I was nervous about if it would work. I was nervous about the possible side effects. It was just a very disconcerting, fearful time in my life. And this idea came to me, maybe through a friend, maybe through God, I don't know, to transform this time, to use this time, this week that I would spend away from anyone, painting. I had previously in my life spent some time painting, but I literally hadn't touched a brush in 3 years at this time. And I also decided that I would kind of up the game, and so I had never painted big before. I'd painted on small canvases or paper, and I bought a large canvas, 3 feet by 4 feet. And I felt like I was robbing a bank. Like, they know this doesn't belong to me. I'm not someone who knows how to do this. So I bought this large canvas, and I aligned this moment of swallowing this radioactive pill with, then I began working on this large canvas. And I thought that it would be the first and last time that I ever spent a week painting or painting on a large canvas. But this week for me ended up being really transformative, and it ended up being filled with great peace and great ease and flow. And I spent the time painting, and it was like each brush stroke just calming my fears, just being so gentle with myself. Of course I'm nervous, of course. This thyroid cancer oriented me to the fragileness of my life in a way I hadn't before. Someone asked me recently if painting was a hobby, and I was like, well, is going to church a hobby? It's spiritual practice. So for me, it's my Sabbath, it's my restoration. And now I have completed over 90 paintings, large paintings. Since my practice started with opening to compassion for myself when I was going through this cancer treatment, the painting and praying, the meditation was so transformative for me. And then when I stepped into continuing to paint, people started to ask me about commissions and if I would do them. One person I was working on a commission for, I said, how can I hold you in prayer? And she said, for the safety and health of her family. Hidden in that prayer is a fear, it's like, what if something happens? It's other things have happened to other people. What if it happens to my people? There's a fear hidden in that prayer. And what I held for her was that she would have courage to navigate life however it unfolded. I think in our culture we have a significant problem with addiction and numbing out and a desire to escape our lives. And for me, painting is being present with the darkness. It's being present with the failure. I feel like each brushstroke on the canvas is holding space. It's saying, I witness this life as it's unfolding, and I stay with it. I feel like the promise we have from Scripture is not that darkness is removed, but that darkness does not overcome the light. And my creative practice helps me to be present with that, to say, I see it, I feel it, and wrap it in love and gentleness.